Hey De La Right, you all know what's cooking in our studio with your girl De La Rama. How are you guys doing today? Okay, circulation making the rounds on social media right now is that Sammy Wells, the brother to Radiant Dazzling, has come out to explain what happened in that hotel. You do remember that a few days back, Epalolo had gone to, Hikers Club to state, what happened between himself and Dazzling, okay? Telling them that Dazzling had gone to that hotel to go and fight, like they had a fight with the friends Fina, and explaining everything, like unsolicited explanation, okay? And I said this with due respect because, of course, he was talking about the reason why he was in the hotel in the first place, and one thing led to the next, and he started explaining to them what had happened, and it was unsolicited. I said unsolicited because nobody asked for it. When he went there the first time, he had said he wasn't going to mention it, and he said Dazzling had come there with her friends. It was fight throughout that period, drinking, smoking, and all of that, obviously looking like everything he meant was just trying to malign the character of the girl. At least that is what people are saying online, okay? Everything that I am saying now is what people are saying online, that his number one intention is to malign the girl's character, and so people will hate the girl and not give her job anymore and all of that. That was what he intended to do. Those who know them very well said that was his intention. I don't know, I don't live with them, I don't know if that is true, but if that information is true, Dazzling's brother Sammy Wells has come to tell their own side of the story. From what Dazzling said, what you're saying here is what he wrote. Dazzling was in the hotel and Dazzling had been injured. Her legs were swollen already, and also her bum was injured, okay? And according to Sammy, all of this pain afflicted on her was caused by the doctor that Epalolo had hired. You do remember that they said that they were giving her, Dazzling herself said that they were administering medication that is meant for bipolar disorder on her. So apparently those medications were being administered on her, administered to her on her bum, okay, the injections and all of that. Maybe that was what got her really, really injured. And you saw that the legs were swollen. We saw that foot sometime after that fight. We had thought that it was during the fight that he sustained that injury, but the leg was looking like people with water retention, right? But Sammy right now on her post, or in his post, explained that leg also was, that swollen feet was caused by a doctor that Epalolo had hired. So the doctor had been treating the girl at home, or I don't know where, but administering medications. And according to sources are saying the reason why Sammy West had gone and behaved the way that he behaved that day in that man's house was because the sister was being locked up, that they would seize the sister's phone, seize everything, and the sister will be under some kind of treatment and all of that. And then Sammy, knowing that this was going to be risky for the sister, according to sources online, they said that was why Sammy went there and scattered everywhere. You saw how he was ordering the sister to enter the car. So basically, according to Sammy was going there, or had gone there to rescue the sister, right? This is what we are hearing. Now, Sammy explained that when Dazzling had invited this doctor to come and look at her leg and her bum because Dazzling herself was very sick at the time that Dazzling went to that hotel. And when the doctor came to the hotel, the doctor too is going through a divorce situation, and the doctor, the husband to the medical doctor, traced her to the hotel, met her in the reception, even with policemen in the reception and all of that. The doctor gave her a very serious boom of of her life in front of everybody in the hotel. And so police were there, everybody was there. Sammy, Sammy looks like somebody that does not like intimidation and all of that. They said they had to calm down, they had to do something. That was when they blocked the hotel, asking for police to come so the man would be arrested for doing that to his wife. That was what happened. Now, stating that, they blocked the hotel for 2 hours, it wasn't, according to what Sammy is saying, it's not as if Dazzling just ate and decided that she wanted to block the hotel. Something had transpired, very serious, that the woman had been so badly beaten in front of a hotel reception and in front of police. And the police people said, look, these are, marital issues, we cannot get involved. And so when Sammy and Regina and all of them, the entire crew, they came down, they saw the situation, they just could not, imagine what had happened. And that was where they blocked the entire place, and they were waiting for police to come and arrest the man. And that was what they did. Number one, they were very upset that the hotel management stayed there and allowed something like that to happen. Number two, they were very upset that the police did nothing about the situation. And number three, they wanted to ensure that the man was handed over to the police. So they blocked the gate of the hotel. They used those cars to block the gate of the hotel because they never wanted the man to be able to drive out, because the hotel management, according to what Sammy had explained, where they were going to, not just Sammy, this whole thing has been online, they were going to let that man drive out after what he had done. And so Dazzling asked them to use cars to block the whole place. So there was this disorderliness in the hotel, because the hotel also allowed such, atrocity to have happened. And so that was what happened in the hotel, and that was why they blocked everywhere. It's not, Sammy is explaining that it was not the way that Epa had gone to Hikers Club to tell them that Dazzling came, they blocked everywhere. They made a lot of noise, disrupted activities in the hotel, they drank, they smoked, and all of that. Now, that's not all to the story. It's deeper than this. This and this and this was what happened in the hotel, and that was how they, dealt with it. So the whole thing is like, a lot of people are very upset over the fact that Epa even felt the need to talk about this in that Hikers Club, and they felt like it was not necessary. They felt like Epa should at least give the girl some respect, for the sake of the kids and all of that. These are the opinion of people online, okay? Everyone, people are just saying everything. And me as a person, well, I want to say that I think Epa should not even get to that point where it begins to explain these things to people who have not solicited for that information. Well, this is what is going on. I just want to give you this update so you know what is going on. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all unverified information making the rounds on social media, shouldn't be seen as fact.